Hey everybody, this is Dr. J streaming live from Long Island, New York, where we're celebrating so-so day, but have really avoided what could have been a calamity with a 9.1 print in the CPI from 8:30 this morning. At 8:30, when I heard 9.1, I said, "Oh boy." But I did say yesterday on the show that even with a 9 print, I had a feeling that we might actually get a positive day, a green day. Didn't quite work out that way, but it was not a disaster by any means. My portfolio was green on the day. And to me, that's the bottom line. Let's take a look at some of the stocks I listed today. I listed RYTM, SCSN, MREO, a few more. I think I listed a couple of other biotechs. So we'll get to them one at a time. First, let's share screen. I'm actually flying solo today. Professor Spike is on vacation, as is Arjun, and Kamal never does Wednesdays. So it's just me. All right. And we're coming to you at a different time of day, so everything's a little messed up today. Hey, Mark. Mark is with us today. Good to see a friendly face. RYTM. Yesterday, this is yesterday's candle, and yesterday I said, "Oh, I don't want to run after this one. I think I want it to fall back a little bit, like around $6, so I could pick some up on the cheap." However, that didn't happen. Let's see what actually did happen. I'll refresh this chart. I'll try to anyway. I'll just put the symbol in again. So much for that. Okay, there we go. So it fell back, but not enough for me to pick it up. The low of the day was 634. I had my buy-in like at 599. So I didn't pick it up, and it's unfortunate because it ran to as high as what is that, 888 before settling down at 852. So what do I do for tomorrow? Do I look to chase? Do I chase, or do I try to get it a little cheaper? Because I think there's more run left in this. Although it was repelled by the 200, crossed the 200 and closed. Did it close above or below? Let's take a look at the 200. The 200 is 849, so it managed to close above the 200, which is pretty bullish. I think we're heading to take out the high back here in March. Let's just draw that in. So there may be time to get a little profit out of this. 1260 was a high. So yeah, I mean, I don't know how I'm going to play it. I would love to see a little pullback to about 750, so I don't feel like I'm paying top dollar for it. But I'm going to have to play this one by ear, ladies and gentlemen, because I feel like getting a little of this rhythm actions are going. Heath gave us a good one, and he mentioned this one a couple of times. So Heath, I hope you were right on it. I don't know if Heath is with us today. Let's see if he is. Yes, he is. Okay, shout out to Heath. Yeah, good pick with that one. Yeah. Heath is with us again today, cabinet guy for Green Mountain State. And yeah, okay. So after rhythm, I wanted to look at a couple of buyout candidates. One of them, as we talked about before on the show, actually both of them, MREO. is one that I got in like at $1.31. I think I paid for it, and it's been oscillating around. It is in play. So this is in play for a takeout. Uh, I have a feeling there's could be a lowball offer on the table, and it's probably a matter of time before they get together on the price. Of course, I'm just making a story up. As always, my opinions are strictly my own and do not constitute investment advice. Check with an advisor before acting. But there's a lot of rumor going around, and sometimes where there's smoke, there's fire. This one does have good prospects, and it is, I think, on the table, and we'll see what happens, whether it ultimately gets bought out or not. I think if you own this one, you're looking for the buyout. I don't think it's going to go too far up unless there is an offer. So I think that's the story on this one. Uh, Maybe it'll be multiple offers. $1.84 is a high. I think that number could be retested, but much more than that without a buyout, I doubt it. Let's take a look at SESN, which is one we talked about yesterday. I first got into it was it yesterday? I don't even remember whether it was yesterday or the day before. I think it was the day before. I paid 83 cents. It's 92 cents. So profits are inching up on this one. But what I'm interested in is that I wanted to take out the double top. Takes out the double top with heavy volume, then we're indubitably in play for a takeout. Another buyout possibility here, SESN, watching that 95-cent level. What else did I talk about? CRISPR. CRISPR has been crazy hot, on fire. CRISPR. We've been talking about this one like forever. Today it hit 82.68, closed at 81.03. Actually didn't close yet. I've been forgetting that I'm on early. It's 3 minutes to the close. Yeah, almost closed at 81.03. Roughly, this looks roughly like the close, up a couple of dollars more on the day for a 2.5% gain. Yet another high, higher than yesterday. We're making daily highs routinely. Let's take a look at the candles, the weekly on this. As I pointed out on the daily, the 50 was about to cross the 100 on the daily. I think that actually happened. Here we had a reverse cross of the 50 and the 100, a bearish cross on 221, and the stock didn't really sell off much. It did sell off. It sold off that day, that week. It was at, I don't see it. It went down, but not that much. And now the 50 is pretty far below the 100, but we have some nice movement on CRISPR. And we're looking at first bit of resistance here from the high of 12/20/21. Let me draw that in. Horizontal line. So here's the first bit of resistance up around, can't see it exactly, but up around $84 it looks like. A little bit higher than where we are now. We're at 81 on CRISPR. All right. As I speak, we keep going down. So maybe I should keep my mouth shut. I don't want to lose any more dollars on CRISPR. But what a run it's had over the last how many weeks? About 3 months. It bottomed here at $42. Now we're at 80. And I actually think we're good at least to the 100. 100 week would put us at 102 on the weekly. Let's just go back to the daily again. I'm flip flopping a little bit on CRISPR. On the daily, we've crossed the 200, and let me see what we have on the daily as resistance, if anything. Doesn't look like very much resistance on the daily at all. I mean, this thing can really fly, and it's been flying, and we're going to have a drug approved in about 10, 11, 12 months. And it's going to be a shot in the arm for all the gene editing stocks, as we spoke about. So CRISPR looks really good. How about Google? A couple of days before the stock split, are we catching a bid on Google? I don't think so. That was Kamal's angle yesterday. But we had a very bad day at Google today, off 2.34% to 22.27. It might be a good buy, but I don't like this extreme downward movement and closing at the bottom with a gravestone doji. I mean, I don't love this candle. So maybe if I'm looking to pick up some shares of Google, I wait for the split to occur at this point. So I'd be waiting on this. Detail is another one we talked about. We said that if it closed above the 50, it would be very significant for this one. And it did close above the 50, which made me buy some. However, it didn't work out. I bought it when it finally closed above the 50, this blue line here. The close above the 50 was on 7/8 last week. It closed at a high of 176, a close of 174. I picked some up when it broke 166. I think that was the 50. And I bought some more today to average down. As it's up 2 pennies today, we'll see what happens. I'm not going to give it much rope, but I just wanted to average it out a little bit. And what else? Let's see if anybody has a request. Let's see. MREO. Yeah, Heath took out a position on MREO. That might be a good move. Hope so, because I'm still in it from $1.31. Let me just see what I wrote on Stock Twits. I want to at least chart what I said I would. Rhythm, CRISPR, SESN, MREO, Detail, Google, SPY, and Beam would be the only two missing. All right, I'll do SPY and Beam, and we'll call it a day. SPY and Beam. Let's take a look at Beam. I don't think Beam has quite the chart that CRISPR has, but it has a very, very good chart, and it just made a very nice new high today. Beautiful high today, up 5%. I think it had been up 7% at a high of the day, 57.69 high of the day. So it gave back a little at the end. And we are now closed as it's 4:04. We've had a beautiful run since the lows of $31. No, 28 bucks. I see over here. So that's a very, very nice run to practically double. Very nice. Let's draw this low in. A little higher. Yep, we have a double low. double load. It was 2777 back here in let's see where that is. Back here in May 12th. May 12th. So we have a double loader we put in at about $28, and we've practically doubled, essentially doubled in again just 3 months or so, maybe 3.5 months. Very nice run off the bottom for Beam. All the gene editing stocks are live. I like them all, but I mean, CRISPR has just been sensational. The chart is sensational. If you draw the high today, going out, the last time we were this high was April 5th, 2022. So we've come a long way on CRISPR, on Beam, and CRISPR. And the last one was the spiders. Spiders actually flat, pretty much flat on the day, down to, or 0.5%. Not the greatest day, but not a disaster considering a print of 9.1. Didn't I say we'd get a 9 print? I told you we would get a 9 print. And I also called for a green candle. Well, we got a green candle, just didn't finish green. This is still a green candle from the time we opened till the time we closed is solid green. Bullish candle. You got to say that this is a bullish candle. Very nice candle on the day, considering everything. Very nice. It didn't even get as low as the recent lows of 372.56. The lowest it got today was 374.66. So we're looking pretty good. I think these lows of 372.50 hold. I think we see, as I said yesterday, I think we're going to see green the rest of the week, and that's still my position. Let's see what Cabinet Guy has to say. Listening and working, very nice quarter. So Heath is anxious to pick up MREO. I think he did pick it up. GSL might be an interesting shot. All right, I will look at Arjun's GSL and we'll end there. Being that I'm looking for something to chart. Arjun, this one's for you. I got to share screen, right? All right. Where are we? GSL. Global ship lease had a nice turnaround candle today. I see what you mean, Cabinet Guy. Yes, very nice. On the daily, it's obviously an engulfing, but it didn't engulf much because there was a very small range in the candle the day before. I think it's an engulfing. What's the high of the day before? 1558. Today's high, 1561. So it just makes it. We have a nice engulfing candle. It's shipping container company. All of them have been getting pounded. I think maybe they might start to come to life. I hope, as I have a fairly large position in this. Not as large as Arjun probably, but I have a pretty large position. So I'm looking for a turnaround on GSL based on this candle and just based on it's gone down enough. How's that? Okay, so this has been Dr. J, streaming live from Long Island, New York, wishing you happy trading and successful trading, and hope we give you some good ideas. And subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that subscribe button, tell your friends about us, give us a couple of likes. You're welcome, Cabinet Guy. Thanks for coming. Hey, Tim. Tim is here. Yeah, all is well. IKT is most boring stock in the market. Yeah, no volume. I know that. IKT, I know that. Inhibikinase Therapeutics. Say that 3 times fast. Ciao. Bye bye.